What's a occultation?
Okay, an occultation is just an eclipse of a star, usually a star, by another body, and it's usually the moon. This moon occult stars almost every night. The moon's above the horizon. But IOTA is mostly interested in occultations of stars by asteroids. And so we do a lot of that. This shows a good example of one that we observed out in Wyoming and part of South Dakota.
What do those lines represent?
Okay, each observer has a line going, each station has a line going across the plane of the sky. And as the asteroid moves, it traces out a line.
Now, are those...
and it's really this is what the path of the star relative to the asteroid for each observer. So
now, do you need observers that are like wide apart, like on different parts of the country, different parts of the world?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, the more observers we have, the more detail we get on the asteroid.
Oh, okay.
So we can the timings. If you do video timings, you can get the long path difference better than a kilometer.
So do they film it so they could record how long the star dims?
That's right. We video record it.
Okay.
We have sensitive cameras on our small telescopes, and then each telescope video records it. For this particular event, it was only done by a couple of observers. It was my wife and I. We set up about 9 stations.
Okay.
And then this other fellow, Steve Preston, he set up another 4 stations or so on the other side. And he got one chord, one positive and one miss here. And we got all the other.
When you set up 8 stations, how far apart are your stations that you're setting?
15 miles or so.
15 miles apart?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So I mean, the total width of the asteroid is about 80, 60 kilometers, 70 kilometers, or miles or so.
Isn't that similar to how they observe or record larger than Jupiter-sized planets on other stars or solar systems?
Well, they use the transit method, so I mean, they're seeing the planet transiting the star. And so I mean, it's somewhat similar in that they get a dip in the light curve then when the transit occurs. And
what's all this stuff back there?
Okay.
That looks scientific.
Yes.
If you could explain it to me.
Okay. Well, we have this. Just shows another event where we set up
the number of stations.
Yeah, a number of stations. And
so
a number of different observers, and we set up all these stations here.
No, you don't.
This shows the plan that we have.
Tech 120. They know what.
And you know that there's going to be an occultation, so that you set it up beforehand?
That's right. We have this occult software. It's free software that you can download from Occult Watcher. That you can download and run on your computer, and it goes out to all our web resources. And you put in your latitude and longitude, and it will give you all of the events. It will give you a list of all the events that are potentially visible from or near your location.
Now, this is like an instrument that you would use to record the occultation? It's not like a normal telescope. It's
a very specialized occultation telescope.
So it doesn't have to have like the same wavefront rating mirror, like a visual?
No, it doesn't need. It's just a light bucket, and all you want to know is the time the star disappeared and reappeared.
Oh, the disappear and reappear. Yeah.
10-inch parabolic mirror.
Okay.
And just goes a prime focus to the video camera.
Yep.
This is this little video camera now that we have. That only costs $65 for this RunCam Astro that we have now.
Okay.
It just came out. And it's quite sensitive, and they actually have the RunCam Astro has 3 levels of integration. So
10-inch. That looks like a 10-inch f2.
It's it's just not pulled out far.
Oh,
so
it's okay. Now it's a 10-inch f3.
Yeah. It's F. It has. Here's the.
Oh, it's an f4.
Yeah, it's f4.
Cool. So how do you notice? I mean, so you're getting a wide field with this camera because it's a f4, right?
Yes.
But
pretty wide.
and you're just manually setting up the location, like
That's
the.
right. That's right. We have this puts in a laser laser,
Yeah.
green laser pointer, and so you can approximately point it to the area of the sky. We just use star charts, and then we have a video finder here.
Okay.
It has about a 3.5 degree field of view.
Do you set it up on a known star before it happens, or?
What we do is we pre-point the telescope.
Okay.
You can see here, this is one where we did where the target star is right here.
Yep.
But what we do is on the charts, then we plot a line of the declination of the star,
Yeah.
and then put times along that line, and that's the time of the occultation.
Okay. Let me see.
But
I got it.
But earlier times, if you point the telescope here at 11:30,
You know
then
you're on.
You're on, right. The whole idea is to point the telescope at the altitude and azimuth that the occultation will occur at, and then the telescope just sits fixed in the Earth's rotation, and it rotates the target star into the field of view.
Cool.
And often you can find much brighter stars, on that declination line, maybe an hour or two in advance. There'll be some third magnitude star.
But you have to drive like 15 miles, set it up, drive 15 miles, set it up, and you did that 8 times.
Yes, yeah. We did that a bunch of times.
And then you have to go collect it all.
Oh yes. And you have to hide it so no one sees it and everything. And that's why we have, most of the times we use these smaller scopes. If we have to, if it's a bright star, or a faint star, we use these. This one goes down to 13th magnitude almost, so about 15th.
So with the camera, you have a computer with it that it records.
That's right.
And so you have like 15 computers going around with your 15 scopes with or 8. Yeah.
That's right, and we have been using for over many years the Canon ZR camcorders to record the video, record the observations, and use a programmable remote that you can hook up next to it, and so that's what we've been doing. But now there are mini computers available, these stick computers.
Yeah.
There's iView, and there are Kangaroos. There's a couple of other things. The Lenovo.
The computers that small.
That's the computer. It's a full Windows 10 computer for $100, and so it has a USB that goes to an expansion thing, and you can plug in then the keyboard and the monitor and a mouse.
Oh,
You
cool.
need all those 3 things.
That's awesome.
And as well as an input for the camera signal. And
So
then,
nobody's going to say,
so
"Oh,
you
look
can
at that
see it.
laptop," because they're not even going to see it.
Yeah. They just don't know what it is, and we just cover it up with a towel or something, and no one knows what it's doing.
All right, cool. All right, thanks a lot.
Certainly.
What's your name?
David Dunham,
Oh, you're a doctor of what?
astronomy,
Oh, okay.
specialty in celestial mechanics.
You got your doctorate in astronomy.
That's right.
Oh.
My daytime job is calculating orbits of spacecraft.
Okay.
But,
Cool. Thanks.